I began the process of creating my composite by finding a picture of a bride and an interior of an old church. Masking the bride came next. I isolated the blue channel, boosting the levels of blacks and whites, getting as much contrast as possible to get a clean mask. Following that, I used a mixture of tools to finish the job. The most challenging part of this process was masking the area around the flowers because of a lack in contrast with the background. Once the bride was masked, I was able to figure out the scale and composition of both the church and the bride. Once they were in place, I noticed some fringing around my mask. I fixed this issue by using the smudge tool with a soft and large brush. Next, I added a black and white filter to both the background and the bride with an old style tint. The bride was still a long way off blending with the background image. I corrected this with the use of a gradient map, sampling the darkest and lightest areas of the background and applying them to the mask. This gave the image more cohesiveness. However, the bride was still a little cold, so I added a channel mixer to boost the warmth of the image. Contrast was also boosted for more definition, and brightness was reduced to give it an old matte effect. A photo filter was also added to further boost the warmth of the image. Sliders were set fairly even. To make the image look older, I added a vignette. In doing so, more emphasis is drawn to the face of the bride. Now coming time to add the aging and wear to the image, I added some light wear paper effects blending on screen with a low opacity. I added another layer of wear with a thicker and grittier look on darken mode. Now I added an extreme layer of wear with folds, cracks and mold. Opacity was higher because it needed to stand out more. To add some more differentiation, I added yet another layer of damage, this time scratches and dust. Now that the old portion of the image was completed, I started work on the torn part, revealing the untouched image below. I merged the background with the bride so that anything below would only be applied to the window. I did minimal editing to the image below, mainly boosting the brightness so that it stood out more. To create the crack, I filled a layer with paper texture, which would become the layer between old and new. I drew the tears with a special brush, masking out the area of the bride's face, creating a window into the untouched image below.